Hello everybody, Dr. Rick right here. Hoping everybody is in a good space. Hoping that you have gotten off to a great start this week, this new year. Hope that you are set and focused on the things that you need to accomplish. As for me, my family, Rick Wallace Enterprises and its subsidiaries, we're pushing hard. We know the importance of getting off to a great start in anything you do. It doesn't mean that you are not going to have challenges, not going to be difficult moments, not experience setbacks. It simply means that you improve your chances of getting to where you're headed by building momentum to take on the obstacles that you're going to face. Look, I'm not going to be long. I'm on my way to the gym. This is what I want to tell you about, something I'm extremely excited about. The things that I've looked at, that I've done as a part of my quest to be a positive force in this world, to leave a legacy of empowerment behind me when I leave this world. I look at the things I've done. One of the things I look at that I can say that I've done a great job at is delivering content. I've been delivering content for more than 20 years. Content in one way or another on the internet for more than 20 years. I've been doing the thing on social media for a good 12, easy. And I've written 24 books, currently in the process of writing my 25th book, and so much more. So there's all this content out there. And then there was a point in time where I realized that content wasn't enough. People can read it, but maybe they don't have the ability or the time to put it together in a process that will allow them to learn patterns, processes, behaviors, and processes of thought that will allow them to take what I teach and what I write about and the content I put out, whether it's written, whether it's audio, whether it's video, and actually put it to practice in their lives. So let's start some courses. Some courses are going to be one-on-one with me. Some are going to be self-paced where they can do it on their own. But let's put the courses out there. So then we had content, and then we had courses and all of the things that go along and under the category of courses. And I stood up and I said, okay, eventually we're going somewhere with this. So we got content and we got courses. What's the thing that can just really push this over the top so that we can be as impactful and as empowering at Rick Wallace Enterprises as we desire to be? My goals starting this year are, if you heard me, I mentioned this long before this year started. I don't wait until I get into the other side of a transition phase to start talking about what I'm going to do or how I'm doing it. I'm already doing it when I go into the transition phase. So I've been talking about this since September, but you know that my goal as far as how I'm going to function in my purpose is to touch in a positive way and impact the lives of 1 million people. Well, obviously, I'm not going to do that by doing one-on-one consultations, therapy, coaching, and all the other stuff I do in one-on-one, on a one-on-one basis. It's great. It's the thing I love the most because I'm directly engaged. I get to connect with a person in the most intimate of ways, and I get to be a positive part of their solutions. Nothing is ever going to replace that, but I never touch 1 million lives doing that in a year because no way I'm going to do 1 million sessions. It's just not realistic. Okay, so that is not the way I'm going to do it. So how do I do it? You come up with these different ways of impacting people. Obviously, the content helps. You know, I got a lot of content out there where people can watch it, read it, listen to it, and do things. I got courses out there that helps. But what's the one way that I can be consistently over time impact? Community. One of the things I talk about all the time is the importance of creating a positive and powerful circle. You are, in essence, going to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. If you go off into your phone and you look at the 5 people who are in your text messages the most, are constantly at the top of your text messages, are constantly at the top of your phone calls. For the younger generation, it's going to be text messages. I don't call nobody. But okay, the same thing. You look at those 5 people, you're going to find out that generally they're pretty much where you are. maybe a slightly over, a little bit under, but they're in income, in social desire, social status, behavior, entertainment, everything you guys are going to pretty much do alike. Why? Because association brings about assimilation. You behave, you act, you think, you move like the people you spend the most time around. You have an equal influence on one another. You know, they're going to pick up some of your habits, you're going to pick up some of theirs, and you're going to end up pretty much behaving a lot alike. And how you behave is a part of your habitual thinking, and your habitual behavior produces your habitual results. So that's why you're going to be the average. So how do you change that? You got to change the people you communicate with. Does it mean you need to dump your friends? No, but it does mean you need to invite new people into your circle. Well, to help do that, I've created a community. The community is called Epic Ram. And I was thinking about what is 2022 going to be for me? It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. It's going to be unbelievably extraordinary, unbelievably incredible, unbelievably phenomenal. It's going to be epic. And when you look up the word epic, what does it mean? It means a lot of different things. Epic is a poem, originated as a word for a poem that was about poem or a short story that's about some type of heroic story. So some type of heroic performance produces the inspiration for a story, and the story is called an epic. But then it evolved through its natural etymology into the way that the term actually meant heroic. It meant heroic. It meant above and beyond what is ordinary or normal or natural, super impressive in the way of quality, or just some of the meanings for the word epic. So when you talk about something being epic, it's huge, it's big, it's impactful, it's memorable, it's something that's going to change. And I believe that if you apply yourself, this is a great time when everything that's going on, all of the stuff that is scaring most people, the volatility, the uncertainty in the market, all that is normally the time that exceptional and extraordinary things happen. More people become millionaires in times of volatility like this. More people start businesses that change the world in times like this. Volatility is not a time to be afraid. It's a time to take action. It's a time to be a part of the catalyst that determines how things will settle when the volatility ends. You are in a position right now to be a catalyst. You are in the position right now to be a changer, a voice, a force. But you're going to have to take action, and you're going to have to be around people who can inspire you, people who can encourage you, people who will hold you accountable, but people who will fan your flames. And what you'll find with your family, a lot of them are going to try to remind you of what you've always been, what you've always done, your past, what the market is like. There are some people who simply have been trained to acquiesce to the moment, to acquiesce to history, to acquiesce to what has always been, and they will never ever be revolutionaries. They will never be revolutionary minded in anything. And I'm not just talking about in a social setting. I'm talking about financially revolutionary. I'm talking about socially revolutionary. I'm talking about in the scope of global business. They will never be revolutionary because they're going to always be waiting on the tendencies to move them in a direction. They're going to be waiting on trends to tell them what to do. They will never be a trendsetter. You can't do epic if you're following trends. You do epic when you are a trendsetter, when you're creating trends, when you're creating ideas. Look, I want you to be everything that you can be. And there's not a person watching this video that cannot do epic this year. There's not a person, I don't care where you're at right now. I literally work with a client that had every reason in the world this morning. They came to me for my rapid change breakthrough session. They had every reason in the world to think that, man, life sucks and everything like that. But they had a mindset that they were going to do everything they could to do better and be better and come out better than what they was. And I'm telling you, I was not prepared when they had contacted me and said, we have a client with a rapid change breakthrough session. That's one session where we literally get to the core of what it is you want, find out what you've been doing, and then determine what needs to be done, and then set the standard and the scope of things. And we do this in one session. And I guarantee you, when you leave, you're not the same person. Well, we sit down, and I'm not going to talk about this person because someone may know them, and what they're going through is unique enough that people who know them will know it. So I don't want to put them out there, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting somebody to want something financially. I was expecting somebody to want to start a business. I was expecting somebody to want to work on a marriage. It wasn't none of that. It was something they had been through that was immensely devastating, and I wasn't expecting it. So I literally had to, in that moment, find my space and be what I needed to be. Now, I've done this enough that I did it. We knocked it out of the park. I'm excited about where they're headed. I told them to keep me updated on it. But let me tell you something. That person is going to do something epic this year. That person, and what epic is to them may not be epic to you, but if you know their story, it's definitely epic. They're going to do something epic this year because they are going out and they're going to make it happen. And they're going to be a part of this environment. Why am I saying all this? Because I created Epic Realm as a group, a forum, a place where you can come and meet people, talk about your visions, talking about your dreams, and get your fans flamed, get ideas from people who have done it already, get encouragement for people who are on the same route as you, that you can get it done, hold one another accountable, have a Q&A session with yours truly once a week where we put your plans on the table and we work out solutions and things right there in the moment, have access via email to yours truly. All of this is through an annual membership into Epic Realm. Epic Realm membership is going to ultimately end up somewhere probably anywhere between $700 and up eventually. But right now it is $100 for the first 300 people. And that would be grandfathered. It will never go up no matter how dynamic this program becomes, and it's going to be extremely dynamic because it's going to be a place where I'm going to do a great deal of my work because I expect a lot of people to be there because it's really accessible. $100 is accessible when it comes to me, really accessible. I charge $350 an hour for people to consult me, and I'm worth every dime. But I want to work with a bunch of people, and this is the way I'm going to do it. It's going to be challenging for me because it's going to be a little time consuming, but I've got to meet my goal of touching 1 million lives and watching 1 million people go out and touch more lives. That's the exciting part about it. So look, I'm almost to the gym, so I got to get off of here. In the description box, you are going to see a link. You're going to see a link. In that link, you click it, you go there, you sign up. You're now enrolled for a year, and you'll get a welcome package via email about what's going on and all the things you have access to. Also, anybody who becomes a member will have 20% off everything we offer through Visionaries Institute, Master Fitness 21, Myriad Business Solutions, Odyssey Media Group, Odyssey Publishing, and other entities, but those specifically, 20% off every program as long as you remain a member. So that's another advantage you're going to have on top of everything else I've mentioned. We're going to make some things happen this year. We're going to do epic this year. I want you to be a part of it. With that being said, I'm off of here. Click that link, sign up, get ready to make 2022 the most epic year of your life, something that you and so many other people that are around you will never forget. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day.